And welcome to Golden Bears football here, the radio voice of Kutztown University, KUR Kutztown, as the Kutztown Golden Bears host the Gannon Golden Knights. Both of these teams out of the PSAC conference. Right now, Gannon coming in here with a 1-1 record, and Kutztown coming here with a 2-0 record. Thank you for joining us, everyone, here on KUR. I am Noah Pegler. Alongside me, Jacob Leibowitz.
How you doing, Noah?
I'm having a good day, and it's a perfect day, sunny day, 76 degrees here in Kutztown, Pennsylvania. Perfect day for football.
Absolutely. Now, Noah, I had a question for you before the game started. So, after last week's heroics in California, Pennsylvania, where we just snuck by with a win to continue our undefeated record, do you think that'll be a hindrance or a sign of things to come on the season?
Well, so far, I mean, it was a good test early on in week 2, and then to hear that our quarterback, Colin DeGalbo, who's having a phenomenal season so far, he was PSAC player of the week out of the PSAC. So, I mean, he got the game-winning touchdown. You said before we went on air, the final score of that game was 35-28. So today, I mean, they face a Gannon team that, I mean, they lost their last game 48-14. So, I mean, could that be similar today? I don't know. But I think right now what Kutztown has done so far, and Jim Clements as head coach, he's done well with his entire team. He's controlled the passing game, even though DeGalbo threw 3 interceptions last week.
Yeah. Well, I do got to say, I mean, if he'll have anything like his last home performance, which was 4 thrown touchdowns and 2 rushing touchdowns, I'm sure we'll have a great time here.
No, yeah, and so far it looks like Gannon, or it looks like Kutztown may have won the toss, and they deferred, because that's usually how it is in football. Usually it's now you want to get the ball first in the second half.
Absolutely.
So Gannon will be getting the ball first to start this first half. So it'll be Dean Krisich with the kickoff today. Two-time Special Teams Athlete of the Week. And here we go from Kutztown, Pennsylvania. And we'll go out of bounds, and there'll be a flag as went out on the sideline. So not a good start for the Golden Bears to start a kickoff like that.
Absolutely not.
So some pretty good starting field position for the Gannon Golden Knights and their starting quarterback, Jimmy Keefe.
Yeah, he's a redshirt sophomore out of Middleburg Heights, Ohio. He's a middle-level education and special education major. Last week, he was 22 for 58 for 313 yards and 3 touchdowns. And
as they run that play right there for the Golden Knights, it will be stopped and it will be second down, just loss of a yard. So now second down and 11 for Gannon. There's a loss by Melvin Blanks, the running back. Second 11. Keefe finds his man, gets tackled down at the 36-yard line, and it'll be third down now for the Golden Knights.
A good defensive showing throughout the first 2 plays.
Yeah, so far not a lot of yards given up, so it's third down and 8.
Let's see what they can do here, Noah.
See if they go back to the pass play, as they will. Keefe finds a man in the middle, finds Blanks, and it looks close to the first down line, and they'll give it to them. It'll be a first down for Gannon.
That catch by Melvin Blanks, a Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania native, a sophomore at Gannon. Last week he had 31 rushing yards, 140 receiving, 1 touchdown, and a 51 long.
Okay, so far. No, I believe those are his season stats, my bad.
Season stats, excuse me.
So far, just through 2 weeks. All right, and he'll hand it off to Blanks. finds the pocket and will get a 9-yard run, just short of the first down. But a good start for after getting the first down, moving quickly. No, actually 8 yards, so 2nd down and 2 as they move across midfield. And they're at the Kutztown 46-yard line. As a snap, Keefe will hold on to it. Gets the first down. Marked down all the way to the 37.
He is down at the 40-yard line. Gain of 6 yards, 1st and 10 for the Golden Knights.
Actually, the 40-yard line. Looks like his knee was down. I thought they would have given him forward progress because he dove with the ball first on that one. But it looks like his knee must have hit the ground before he reached 37.
Gannon seems to be marching down our field. This is not a good look for the Golden Bears.
Well, yeah, so far quickly, I would say the run game is something that we got to keep an eye on.
Absolutely.
And Keefe escapes pressure, finds Blanks, and he'll be brought down.
Hard tackle on Blanks.
So it'll be 2nd down and 2.
Pick up 2nd down and 2 at the KU 32.
And Gannon really doing well so far after that first set on this drive, but before getting the first down. They seem to be almost out of it, but now they've finding the pockets of this Kutztown defense. Play clock down to 5 seconds. They get the snap off. Keefe hands it off.
Number 24, Zevin Holly on the carry.
Is brought down. Zevin Holly, the running back out of Fredericksburg, Virginia, was able to get a yard on that play. And now it's 3rd and 1.
He only has 8 rushes on the season for 11 yards.
Well, so far, I mean, it's not much, but heck, he may get some more playing time today, and so far the running game is doing well for Gannon. But now a crucial test here for the Golden Bears is 3rd and 1, right on the 31-yard line to Keefe, and he hands it back to Holly. And he gets the first down.
Number 24, Zevin Holly on the carry, hit initially with number 25, Nick Palmer.
So not good so far by Kutztown. 2 third down opportunities, and they can't shut them down.
And now with Gannon in the red zone, I'm starting to sweat a little bit.
Yeah, I would say so. But as we mentioned last week, that this is a young defense by Kutztown. They got a lot of freshmen. But then I was also looking over the Gannon roster this week. They almost probably has twice as many freshmen as Kutztown does. But we get back to it. As Blanks is able to get, looks like he gets the first down. And they'll give it to them. The first down, marked it down at the Kutztown 14.
This is not looking good for the Golden Bears defense. They need to really work on their rush defense.
Yeah, and last week against Westchester, Gannon got at least 90 rushing yards, but they gave up 180.
And 5 touchdowns at that.
Yeah. As Keefe passes it, and incomplete as it's dropped by Joey Cox.
What a touchdown that would have been, Noah.
Yeah, it would have been really amazing for Gannon, but Cox was able to catch it in the air, but as he was going to the ground, was unable to keep it in his arms. So it'll be 2nd down for Gannon. And so far, Gannon's doing well with their time management. They've taken at least almost 6 minutes off the clock here.
Absolutely, yeah. Now let's just hope they can't add 6 points.
Yeah, certainly. 2nd down and 10 here for the Golden Knights. On the snap, Keefe gives it off to Blanks, and he's brought down from behind.
I like to see that. They're starting to pick up on where they're They're starting to pick up on where they're handing it off.
So it's a loss of 3 yards. 3rd down and 13 as we face 3rd down again on this drive. So far, the run game has worked on some plays, but Kutztown has picked up. But now Keefe on third down passes it, and will go all the way out of the back of the end zone in trying to find his man in Branson Stanley. But it'll be fourth down, but there's a flag down.
Let's see what the call is.
It looks like it'll be a holding on Gannon. So now the refs are trying to figure out what Coach Jim Clements wants to do. Jim Clements in his 6th season. And every one of his seasons here.
Number 2 offense. 10-yard penalty from the previous.
So Kutztown will accept the penalty to try and hope to kick him out of field goal range. And the call was against Melvin Blanks with the hold.
This is a crucial third down stop to start the game off well.
So yeah, what is third down and about 18. Keefe steps back to throw. As it's incomplete, trying to find Stanley again. And it'll be fourth down for Gannon. So really good by Kutztown to accept the penalty, and looks like they're going to go for the field goal here, Gannon.
The holder is number 11, Joey Cox.
So as they go for the field goal on the 35-yard line, as the kick is up and is going to be short, not even make it to the upright, is no good. So after Gannon drives down the field, a really good job by Kutztown not to let up anything on that drive.
Absolutely, yeah. So that was quite the call by Jim Clements to take the penalty.
Now, yeah, sometimes those can go back to haunt you because, I mean, you could decline it. It would have been fourth down, but that would have given them a closer field goal, and they probably would have made it. But so far, since it just shows that Jim Clements trusts his defense even after a drive like that.
Absolutely. Also, on the special teams front, it actually looks like that field goal might have been tipped.
Ah, okay. So looks like a blocked field goal. So very good. So Colin DeGalbo into the game out of Sassane, Pennsylvania. Business administration major and a redshirt senior. He'll step back for the throw. Has to throw it up, and it will go out of play. So it'll be second down and 10 for the Golden Bears.
Second and 10 for the Golden Bears at their own 28.
Now Colin DeGalbo looks to keep his form that's been in excellent condition running right through this game.
Yeah, certainly. We know he can pass. We know he can run.
Absolutely,
he can almost do everything. But certainly, yeah, I mean, even though it's almost like he's scoring everything, you got to give a lot of credit to his teammates for protecting him at the same time. He just needs to find his man as they hike it off to the DeGalbo. And he finds his man as Mason McElroy, and they will get the first down.
After all, Noah, a quarterback is nothing without his weapons.
Yes, certainly, and a good pass right there as McElroy cutting across the field on a slant, giving a fresh set of downs for the Golden Bears. DeGalbo will hold on to it. Gets around on the near side. So down at the 47. Actually on the 48-yard line. It's just second down and 2 for Kutztown Golden Bears.
Kutztown's offense does love running those designated run plays for DeGalbo because they know he's got feet.
Yeah, certainly, and was able to get around this Gannon defense on that last one. So it's now second and 2. And then he'll give it off to Hassan Neblet. Couldn't find any room to run and actually gets dragged back at least 5 yards.
It'll be a third and long for Kutztown.
So it'll be third and 7 So now we'll see what Gannon can do on third down as compared to what Kutztown was able to do on their first defensive drive. After 2 run plays, you would think they've got to run a pass play, right?
Absolutely, especially on a 3rd and long situation.
Got 5 seconds on the play clock. They get it off to Galbo. Finds his man a little too high. Almost intercepted by Gannon. So it's 4th down. Very dangerous opportunity, as it could have been a quick turnover by Dorian Jones, redshirt senior out of Gaithersburg, Maryland.
That was not a good opening drive for the Golden Bears. They really need to focus a lot on...
Well, they need to step it up at least
absolutely.
With the passing game, because so far DeGalbo hasn't done well with his passes. I believe 2 incomplete passes, had 1 gone out of bounds, and he tried to find Ibrahim Dione on that last one, just a little too high. And the punt will be kicked away and be downed at the 19. So better starting position for Kutztown's defense to at least they have some room now. Last one was out on the 35-yard line.
I'll tell you, I hope that they've been talking about stopping that run offense of Gannon, because that is fearsome. I mean,
so far, Jimmy Keefe has done well on the run game, trusting his team, but so far on 2 red zone passes, 1 dropped by his receiver and 1 dropped a little too far for his man in the end zone. But as he finds his man on the far side, it will get it a 1st down by Joey Cox. It's all the way for a 1st down.
I tell you, this young core has to really step up today. I mean, I know that's kind of a big ask for the amount of freshmen that we have. However, I feel as though we have the ability to do so, and...
But so far, it's done well by Gannon, and for those who do not know where Gannon University is, it's all the way out toward Lake Erie, practically on Lake Erie, so they come a long way. As fresh set of downs, Keith finds blanks, and he gets away, finds some room, and gets brought down at the Kutztown 48-yard line. So another fresh set of downs. Moving quickly are the Golden Knights.
Melvin Blanks has been phenomenal all day. I'd give him the offensive player of the game thus far.
Yeah, so far he's really done well running, and so far on that last pass certainly helped the Golden Knights as a 1st down. Keefe tried to find his man, but an incomplete pass to Sam East.
Just out of his hands. He really should have got that. He was in wide open space.
Well, certainly, and then on that last one, it was a bit behind him. As East was going toward the near side, Keefe sort of threw it behind him, so Sam East had to turn around and try to stick out one hand. So certainly, Keefe's got to throw that one out a little more in front. But 2nd down here.
Melvin Blanks in the backfield.
Keefe finds his man, but brought down quickly. Good job by Kutztown.
Great read on that play.
So a loss of 2 yards is 3rd down and 12. So Sam East on that last one was able to make the catch, but he got brought down quickly as Kutztown read the play right on that last play, and there will be 3rd down. Keefe finds East, and he fights for the 1st down and will get it. So another chance so far, and even though right now Gannon is at least 3 for 4 on 3rd down plays.
There's a lot of, they really know where to pass the ball. I mean, they're stacking the side often, as you can see, and that seems to be working to their favor, so I hope Kutztown can read that correctly.
And he'll hand it off to Blanks, and he gets brought down. This offensive line of Kutztown brings him down quickly.
Number 2, Melvin Bates on the carry, brought down by number 23, Chisholm Wilkerson, and number 41, Amani Jester.
As Chisholm Wilkerson brings him down, linebacker out of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania so far. Last year he had 7 tackles and 8 assisted tackles. But now is second and 11. Actually, second and 12.
Blanks again in the backfield.
And Keefe will give it back to Blanks. Finds some room to run with. And brought down at the 30-yard line. And it'll be a third down. Third down and 2.
Like I said before, I feel actually this is even more crucial for Kutztown. It's a 3rd and short. If we can hold them here, I feel as though it could start a good trend of plays.
10 yards on the previous play.
Yeah, so definitely crucial. The run game has done really well for Gannon so far. The offensive linemen deserve a lot of credit by being able to create some open space for Blanks to work with.
Absolutely.
There's a 3rd down and 2. Keefe will hand it off. But this time they get stuffed in the backfield as Zevin Holly just got tackled down right away. It's now 4th down and 4.
That was a fearsome blitz, I gotta say.
As it is 4th down and 4. Looks like Gannon's going for it. Not trusting the field goal kicker today after his first failed attempt. Keefe throws it and gets decked. Holly just tried to catch him out of the air, but a Kutztown player right there just has to knock it out of him.
Absolutely. That was a great defensive play by Kutztown, a great stop.
So far we've gone through at least 13 minutes. We've seen Gannon at least drive down the field twice, missed a field goal, and now stopped on 4th down. This is a lot different than compared to the last time we were here.
Absolutely,
when Kutztown was playing Assumption. Like if we remember, I think Kutztown had at least 3 touchdowns in the first quarter, if you remember.
Yeah, that was something right there. Now let's see if quarterback Colin DeGablo can... let's see if they can capitalize on that.
But now as they snap it to DeGalbo, trying to find some room to run with. He gets brought down after at least a 4-yard gain.
Tackled by number 97, Malachi Woody.
Now it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 5 for the Golden Bears at their own 33.
Gannon's defensive line is doing very well to stop the run plays.
Yeah, so far, I mean, they're at least holding DeGalbo in check. Haven't seen much out of at least Neblett or even Harvin yet.
Absolutely, yeah.
And so far, DeGalbo's best pass was to McElroy, but it's still early. But we come down to the minute 40 left in this first quarter. DeGalbo finds his man, and it'll be a 1st down. Diego Torres catching the ball and gets a 1st down.
Great field vision to see the open pass.
So certainly Diego Torres out of York, Pennsylvania, business administration major. His favorite place at Kutztown? Tommy Boys.
As with many of us. Anyway, now there's a flag on the play.
So right now, the refs are trying to figure out who the last penalty was on.
Stop. Number 55, offense. 5-yard penalty. 1st down.
So it looks like they tried to start the play, but it'll be a false start on Kutztown.
Not a good look for the Golden Bears. We need every yard that we can.
The ball at the Kutztown 39-yard line. 1st and 15 for the Golden Bears.
So 1st and 15, it'll put them on the 39-yard line. DeGalbo holds on to it again. At least gets it back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd down.
Tackle made by number 16, Andrew Berger. 5-yard gain, 2nd and 10 at the KU 44.
I got to say, Kutztown's offense has not looked like it has in previous weeks.
Yeah, so far, if we starting to almost look like a scoreless quarter as we got 45 seconds left. But certainly, DeGalbo needs to find the passing game here, but he'll try here. Finds McElroy. Fantastic. And he'll cut inside, finds space, and he'll take it all the way for a touchdown, Golden Bears. Certainly brilliant right there. As we were just saying, DeGalbo's got to get the passing game going, and he gets it.
What a fantastic pass by Colin DeGalbo to see the open space.
And even more brilliant was Mason McElroy to cut inside, catch his man off guard, and takes it all the way to the house.
Absolutely, Noah. Perfectly timed pass. Now that's the Colin DeGalbo we all know and love.
Yeah. All right, so Krisic takes the extra point and is good. So after a tough first drive for Kutztown, they turn it around after a touchdown pass by DeGalbo, finding McElroy. And we only have 29 seconds left. So pretty good to get a score right before the end of the quarter.
Absolutely. It gives them something to talk about before they switch sides. I'm sure that'll be a big boost to the team that has underperformed comparatively to the rest of the season today.
But before this game today, Colin DeGalbo, he had 615 passing yards and 8 touchdowns, and is 40 for 65 on his passes, and I mean, what can you say? The guy's phenomenal.
Absolutely. I mean, you won't be seeing stats like that in the NFL after 2 games.
Well, yeah, and right now, I mean, it's still early, but so far, if we can at least get some more good wins against these PSAC opponents, can certainly help toward the end of the season, as last year we did really well. Only lost 2 games, I believe, and one of them was a playoff game.
Yeah. The other 2, Westchester, Gannon's defeaters last week.
So Krisic will take the kickoff. This one will be short, fielded at the 4. Again, we'll bring it out. And we'll go all the way to the 20-yard, at least the 22-yard line.
With only 22 seconds left in the first quarter, do you think Gannon will be able to do anything before the second quarter hits?
Well, I mean, right now I think what's going to happen is they're going to at least get one play out, and then since it's only the end of the first quarter, they'll just let the clock wind down, and then they'll just switch ends of the field. But right now, so far, if you've noticed, I mean, on those last 2 kickoffs, they haven't gone out of the back of the end zone. Krisic, against Assumption, was kicking them out of the end zone, but so far not today. So we'll see. I mean, the wind may be coming from at least the east today. So as they try to run a play there, it'll be brought back of 5 yards.
2nd down and 15 for Gannon.
And they're going to let this run all the way down as we've reached the end of the first quarter here at Andre Reed Stadium.
Absolutely. A great way to end the quarter with a sack on quarterback Jimmy Keefe.
Yeah, so we're going to take a quick break, but stay tuned. We'll be right back after this.
You're listening to the radio voice of Kutztown University, KUR's presentation of Golden Bears football. Stick around.
Avalanche, Kutztown University's very own mascot, is available to appear at your event. Whether it's a birthday party, grand opening, or town parade, inviting Avalanche will add in extra fun and entertainment for people of all ages. Also, kids can join Avalanche's Golden Bear Cub Club, which allows them to become junior members of the KU team. Make everyone's experience golden by visiting kutztown.edu/avalanche. Once again, that's Kutztown, sept.edu/avalanche.
You're listening to the radio voice of Kutztown University, KUR. Did you miss a show? Want to hear your favorite shows on your time? Check out our Mixcloud page where you can hear select programming on your schedule. Mixcloud is a digital audio streaming platform service rethinking radio. Just go to mixcloud.com/KU radio and click on the show that you want to hear. KUR, the radio voice of Kutztown University.
All right, and welcome back to Kutztown Golden Bears football as we start the second quarter. Golden Bears leading 7-0 over to Gannon Golden Knights.
Now, Noah, as you said earlier, it's a beautiful day for football, 76 degrees and sunny in the most agreeable town of Kutztown, Pennsylvania. However, it does not feel like that in the press box. It is rather warm, so I wonder if the players are feeling that in their pads.
Now, yeah, it certainly is a hot day as the last days of summer is today, September 21st. As we get back under play, second down and 15, Keith runs it back to at least the original line of scrimmage. So if you're just joining us, Gannon at least has possessed the ball twice now. First, they were able to drive all the way down the field, but missed a field goal. But then the second time, we're stopped on a turnover on downs. And after Kutztown got the ball back, Colin DeGalbo was able to drive all the way downfield and find Mason McElroy for the touchdown pass. So now 3rd and 11 for Gannon, and he gets sacked right there, brought all the way back to the 10-yard line.
2 sacks in 3 plays. It seems this Golden Bear defense is starting to come alive.
Yeah, certainly after a first drive where they gave up 2 third-down opportunities. So really, we're starting to turn this around after a tough first quarter for the defense.
It seems that touchdown really inspired the rest of the team to start playing to their maximum ability.
Certainly. I mean, it's the whole thing. I know sometimes we look at scores on a drive that some people may not think it's that difficult in football, but it really does take a lot of wind out of the sails, whether it's the offense, and it will give a boost to your defense as it's punted away. And they're going to just let it all throw all the way back to the 30-yard line. So a pretty decent punt right there, but Colin DeGalbo taking the Golden Bears back to work.
Now, I'd like to talk about running back Abdul Hassan Nablet, who started off the first quarter with a negative gain. He only had a negative 5 yards on 1 carry.
So certainly something to keep an eye on. To see if the Golden Bears will get him more involved. They've certainly let what we've seen so far. They've let DeGalbo sort of control the game, at least possessing the ball. Because whenever they've done a run play, it's at least been him. And so far on the pass, obviously he's controlling the pass. He's the quarterback, but but so far, I mean, they're letting him at least handle the ball. But this time, DeGalbo will line up as a receiver, doing like a wildcat.
Very interesting play there, Noah.
As Daryl Davis McNeil will be brought down at the 33-yard line. So trying to go with the trick play didn't necessarily work that time, but sometimes you got to shake things up.
Absolutely. Give the fans something to cheer about.
Yeah, I mean, for Philadelphia Eagle fans, they've enjoyed the Philly special.
Absolutely. Rated the 10th best NFL play of all time.
Oh, wow. As DeGalbo will hold on to it, gets the first down, goes all the way out to the 48-yard line. So a good run there this time by Colin DeGalbo.
The mobility of this quarterback constantly staggers me. I mean, I have not seen many players that can even do something along those lines.
Well, yeah, I mean, even at the NFL level, I mean, we see guys like Cam Newton, Russell Wilson, Colin Kaepernick. Like, 2012 was like the year of that quarterback style. We haven't seen it much now, but we may see it again. DeGalbo throws it out. But it'll be caught by Jerry Kapp. But it'll be only 4 yards, and it's 2nd down and 6. Jerry Kapp redshirt freshman out of Bartow, Pennsylvania.
He's a sports management major that transferred from Seton Hall University. Well, we're happy to have you, Jerry.
So it'll be 2nd down and 6, right at midfield. DeGalbo gets it out to Diego Torres. But it's still short, so it's a 3rd down opportunity. Gannon, if they want to stay in this game to make sure it doesn't run away, this is their chance to try and stop Kutztown here.
Absolutely. And this is where Kutztown proves themselves. A 3rd and 2 should be something that we're hitting every day of the week.
Well, we'll see what DeGalbo calls here, or what the coaches decide to have DeGalbo run. He'll hand it off to Davis McNeil. And they'll get the 1st down. It gets brought down at the 42-yard line. So on the Gannon 42, trusting the run game on this drive. And starting to actually see more of their running backs. We haven't seen Neblett yet, but so far Davis McNeil has done well in this drive.
Yeah, he's filled in the shoes of Neblett very well.
So it'll be a first down on Gannon's 42. DeGalbo alone in the backfield.
And it looks like Neblett is actually lining up as a receiver on this play.
So get it off. And Davis will be pushed out. It'll be 2nd down.
Davis really fought for some yards there. Great athleticism.
2nd down and 4 for KU at the Gannon 36.
So it'll be 2nd down and 4. Right now we're starting to see more of the short passes by DeGalbo. That one at least was the best one on this drive so far. Now it'll be 2nd down and 4. Gets it to Torres, and he gets some room to work with. He'll get brought down at the 29-yard line.
Forward progress should give him the 1st down, and it does.
So really good by Kutztown as Diego Torres running across the field. So far we've seen a lot of those plays where they have one man coming from the far side or going from the near side to switching it, and it's worked really well on this drive.
Absolutely, I agree with you, Noah. Now, with 9 minutes and 40 seconds left in the half, what do you think Kutztown can do here?
I think they're doing well so far after that first drive, but DeGalbo will take it and run, and he looks like maybe short of the 1st down.
Hit hard there. Let's hope he's not feeling that too well.
Well, certainly. I mean, he didn't slide normally as you do as a quarterback, but he's a tough guy. But they'll give him the 1st down as his 1st down on the Gannon 18.
Neblett in the backfield.
So 1st and 10 for Kutztown Golden Bears. DeGalbo gets it out. And it'll be another, they're close to the 1st down line. We'll see if they give it to them. Tyler Tiggs on the tackle.
9 yards on the play, 2nd and 1 at the 9.
So it'll be short, just 2nd down and 1 on the Gannon 9-yard line.
And a timeout is called.
So Gannon trying to get their defense some breathing room after at least a couple of minutes of this drive. Got 8:35 to go. Definitely moving quickly here at Andre Reed Stadium.
Absolutely. Screenplays have played a key role in this drive.
So yeah, I mean, it's doing well that Jim Clements is involving everyone in his offense. I mean, the first drive was a bit tough, but so far they've really started to turn it around and actually starting to drive all the way downfield.
Now let's just hope Kutztown can capitalize on this position. Very good field position for them.
Yeah, so ultimately right now they've just managed well on second down plays because even on the third down plays on this drive they've done well. But I mean, at this rate, if Kutztown keeps putting points on the board, we may see guys like Eric Nickel again at quarterback. As we get back to action, it's second down and 1 on the Gannon 9-yard line. DeGalbo will hold on to it, gets the first down, and gets to the end zone for the touchdown. And as we mentioned earlier, DeGalbo can throw, he can run, and that's his first rushing touchdown of the day.
Absolutely. He really fought for that, diving into the end zone.
Certainly that Kutztown loves playing here at Andre Reed, and a brilliant atmosphere, you got to admit, because they love the fans here, and they just find ways to keep scoring here.
Absolutely. You got to love that fire engine blaring every time they score points.
As the extra point is good as 14-0 with 8:27 to go.
Kutztown looks to be in a good position to maintain their undefeated record, but how do you feel we'll do in the second half?
Well, I mean, we still have at least 8:27 to go. I mean, there's a chance that, there's still a chance that Gannon can tie up the game, but it's starting to slim out. For Gannon, if at least they can get one touchdown, they need a touchdown to try and stay in this game. They can at least try and compete and hold Kutztown at bay.
Absolutely.
As we get ready for the kickoff. Looking at some of the stats here for Jimmy Keefe. He's 7 for 11. And at a 22-yard pass. This is his best on the day. And DeGalbo, he's already thrown for 79 yards. Even if that was at least the first quarter, he's certainly thrown a lot more now.
Number 99, Dean Christian, to kick off for Kutztown. Number 32, AJ Sept. Number 85, Jalen Johnson to return for Gannon.
And now Krisich will kick it off. It'll be fielded at the 11. As Hatcher will get brought down at the 25-yard line. It will be decent field position for Gannon.
A lot of athleticism on that return. He cut at least 5 defenders.
Certainly trying to fight for every yard at this point. But now Jimmy Keefe will try and do whatever he can on passing or rushing now. Try and get Gannon in good field position as we got 8:20 left on the clock. And Keefe will throw it.
Keefe pass is complete to number 15, Alex Hutchins.
Alex Hutchins with the catch and gives Gannon the first down.
Back by number 45, Kyle Sept. Gain of 15 yards, first and 10 at the Gannon 40.
So down at the 40-yard line.
Alex Hutchins, a senior out of Webster, New York, who transferred from Rutgers.
Rutgers is definitely a Big Ten college.
Absolutely. But it looks that he's getting a lot of playing time here, so hopefully he's happy.
Brought down by number 34, Sean Ortiz. No gain on the play, second and 10 at the 40.
So no gain on that last run play by Gannon. It will be second down. So you got 7:25 left on the clock. Second and 10. Keefe throws it up downfield and caught by Sam East at the 22 at the 17-yard line. So first down for Gannon, nearing the red zone.
Perfectly placed pass by Jimmy Keefe to get it right in his breadbasket so that the quarterback couldn't do much on that.
No, yeah, but, I mean, that was also some tight coverage right there. Kutztown player right on him.
Well, he needed to throw it exactly, and lucky for him, he did.
Oh, yeah, so Sam East, a brilliant catch. Keefe will hand it off, and they get it off. They pass it to another man out of the backfield as Joey Cox received it out of the backfield. Like a flea flicker play, but nothing much there. It'll be second down and 8.
Please begin making your way to the area under the scoreboard. And if you're being honored at halftime as part of Golden Bear Honors, please make your way to the area under the scoreboard at this time.
We haven't seen much of Melvin Blanks on the last couple of drives, but he's out there on the field.
Absolutely. He had a pretty good first quarter with 22 net yards.
So Keefe has to get it. Looks like he was looking for Joey Cox. Couldn't get anything. So now it's third down and 8. They're on the 15-yard line. Kutztown's 15.
Just under 6 minutes left in the half. Now, Noah, even if they score, let's just say a field goal, and they can't make it into the end zone on this play, how do you think that'll set them up for the next half?
Well, I mean, any point is really good at this point for Gannon, but a touchdown can really cut this lead in half. And Keefe tried to get the snap off. Looks like they'll be called for a delay of game. But actually, Gannon was able to get the timeout, so right there, not some good play calling by Gannon.
Gannon with only one timeout remaining, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem as the first half seems to be dwindling a little bit.
So we'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back after this.
This is Kutztown University's presentation of Golden Bears football. Stick around.
Thinking about graduate school? Kutztown University offers a variety of programs that offer excellent career preparation. Visit kutztownmasters.com to learn more or email graduate@kutztown.edu with questions.
Hand in hand we'll go, dancing through the Milky Way.
In addition to the online home for Kutztown University Athletics, KUBears.com, there are several ways to follow the Golden Bears through social media. Find out about KU Athletics on Twitter by following @KU Golden Bears. Become a fan on Facebook by searching for and liking Kutztown University Athletics. Finally, check out how to sign up for email and mobile phone updates at KUBears.com. Stay in touch with the Kutztown Golden Bears.
Sam East, just a little short for Sam East.
Covered by number 4, Kutztown. 4th and 8 for Gannon at the 15.
So welcome back to Golden Bears football.
Number 94, Eric Scarpino.
As for an incomplete pass by Jimmy Keefe, it'll be 4th down and 8, and another field goal try for Gannon. As Eric Scarpino will take this field goal.
Let's hope for another blocked field goal.
And they will give it to them as Gannon finally gets the points on the board. With 5:34 remaining in the first half, the score is Kutztown 14, Gannon 3.
Now, with an 11-point lead going into the half, regardless of if they do anything in the next 5 minutes, I still feel like we have a firm grip on this game, and I hope that we really can just capitalize on the plays that we are given.
Well, so far, I mean, Gannon's offense is starting to pick up, and that's good for them, but now it comes down to the defense. you got to shut down Colin DeGalbo. That's really simple as that.
Absolutely. He is the star of this Kutztown offense, and he runs it very well.
Now, yeah, and but also on the short pass plays, they got to figure out how to at least get through this offensive line because, as you mentioned, they were doing screen plays. They made them work because so far they keep running into the defensive line or that offensive line. They just block them and they find a hole.
Also on those screen plays, they tend to use the switch-up receivers so that the defense is always questioning where they're going.
Yeah, certainly good trickery by these Golden Bears. Gannon will kick it off, and it will go all the way out for a touchback.
Rebels kick goes through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 for the Golden Bears at their own 25.
Now, apart from Colin DeGalbo, how do you feel about this Kutztown offense today?
Well, so far, I mean, Mason McElroy got that touchdown. He's doing well. And then Neblett, I mean, we haven't seen much of him. I mean, as we mentioned, he hasn't gotten many yards in the run game. And so far, good job by tight end. I believe his name is Cap. Didn't really see him last week, but now he's starting to fulfill more of his role here at Golden Bears. That'll be a first down on the 25. DeGalbo.
Strong eye formation.
We'll hand it off to, looks like Davis McNeil.
Number 28, Keegan Harvin on the carry.
Keegan Harvin.
Allen. Lost the yard to the 24, second and 11.
Keegan Harvin out of Williamstown, New Jersey, redshirt sophomore. So far in the season has 14 rushes, 45 yards, 1 touchdown, and his longest is 12. This is second down and 11. He'll pass it down, and it'll be a third down and 8.
Number 31, Zy Allen. Being at 8 yards on the play, makes it 3rd and 3 for the Golden Bears at their own 32.
Now 3rd and 4. DeGalbo trying to figure out what the play call is. The clock ticking down here at 4:20. DeGalbo. Pilkerton making a good catch, having to bobble it.
What an absolutely stunning catch by tight end Jack Pilkerton. Right over the defender, falling down, he manages to gain control.
Yeah, it's certainly that eye concentration that you'd like to keep an eye on and always need to focus. But good job by Pilkerton.
Absolutely.
As DeGalbo will hold on to it. Tries to throw it to the backfield to McElroy, but gets brought down and a loss of 3 yards. So second down and 13.
Yeah, that pass was just a little too low to field right there.
Yeah, for him to gain any momentum, but it'll be second down and 13. Right on the on Kutztown's 49, right at midfield. McElroy switching sides. DeGalbo gets it to McElroy, drops it.
DeGalbo's pass is incomplete. Intended for number 21.
It'll be incomplete. Third down.
Third and very long. Let's see what they can do with this. I imagine it would be a pass play in this instance.
Well, usually, but so far I've gone on 2 pass plays and haven't really worked so far. But then that last one, McElroy really should have had. It was right at him.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it'll be third down and 13.
With 3 minutes and 15 seconds left in the half.
DeGalbo gets it to Neblett. Haven't seen him in a while. We'll get it at least halfway, but it will be 4th and 5.
And they look to be going for it. Interesting play call by the Golden Bears.
Well, I mean, if you punt it, I mean, you could end up with a touchback at this point, and leading by 11 points. Clements showed some confidence in his defense by accepting the penalty earlier, so why not?
I mean, anything to eat clock out.
Plus, if you could possibly try and draw him off sides, as it would give him a first down.
Absolutely.
And it looks like they were probably trying to drive him off sides. So Kutztown taking the timeout. Certainly trying to experiment with anything that you can, but so far Jim Clements is almost like some people here at Kutztown probably compare him to Doug Peterson.
Yeah.
Willing to do anything and has faith in the guys that he has in the game.
Absolutely. And the play call in this game has been a bit different than the previous ones. For starters, with that Wildcat earlier in the game where DeGalbo lined up as a receiver, that was a very interesting play call. And a lot of screens on the offense today, but it seems to be working as we are in the lead.
No, yeah, but then, as you mentioned, that Wildcat, we haven't seen it since then. And then certainly the screenplays did well, but then on this last one, I mean, so far 2 mistakes. I mean, they had McElroy. He tried to field it in the backfield, but then also McElroy dropping it and not being able to come up with a catch. But they'll send it back out there. Looks like they are going to go for it. I thought they were going to try and force an offsides, but looks like they just couldn't get which play they wanted to run.
Well, Noah, when you're in your opponent's side of the field and you only have 2 minutes left in the half, you might as well take a risk.
Mm-hmm. So 4th and 4, right at the Gannon 42. DeGalbo back to throw. Trying to find McElroy, and it's intercepted. And Gannon on the return at midfield, and he slips right on the Bears' face. So not what you want to see. An interception thrown by DeGalbo.
A lot of pressure on him there. He was very nearly sacked.
So now it gives Gannon the ball right at midfield.
Well, that could not have gone any worse for the Golden Bears.
Dorian Jones with the interception. Has one pass breakup on the season, but now he's got an interception to his resume.
Yeah. I feel if Gannon is going to stay in this game, they really need to score off this drive. And they really need to act quickly at that with only 2 minutes and 17 seconds left in the half and them only having one timeout.
But they've done well so far. I mean, the interception really helps. Keith finds it to Cox, and he gets it, and it'll be a first down. Flag on the play. Got a player down on the field for Kutztown. As Naeem Nevarez landed pretty hard on his knee.
Sideline warning, Kutztown. That is the first warning of the game. There is no penalty. Result play is completed pass. First down, Gannon. Stick with timeout for either player.
Looks like a sideline warning for Kutztown.
He's 18 yards on the play. It will be 1st and 10 for Gannon, the Kutztown 33.
Also looks to be some kind of speaker issues with the referee. That was a bit odd sounding.
Well, I mean, sometimes it happens, but then looks like we're taking in a bit of an injury timeout for Kutztown, as Navarez on that last play, he went up for it, and he brought down Joey Cox, but then just wasn't able to brace himself on that landing there. Thankfully he's okay, and was on the sideline so they could take care of him there.
It's good to see that he got up after that.
Yeah, probably a bit of a shake in his knee. But after a game by Gannon, they're all the way down at the Kutztown 33.
First and 10 for Gannon.
Jimmy Keefe takes the snap, gives it to Blanks. Gets around on the near side with the hurdle.
Blanks thinking of some very creative ways to gain yards on the play.
Now, yeah, definitely a good run on the near side, and with the hurdle.
Actually, even better than that, he got out of bounds, so the clock is now stopped at 1 minute and 50 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
Holding, number 76, offense. 10-yard penalty from the Slavic foul. Remains first down.
So it'll be called back
The clock is started. They're ready for play signal.
on a hold
5-yard gain on the play.
for Gannon. Montana Neitert, or Neitert, the offensive lineman out of Aurora, Ohio, gets called for the hold. So definitely not good right there. So that big run by Blanks is called back. So it'll be first and 15. Keefe escapes pressure, throws it up, and incomplete.
Great coverage there. He really got his hand on the ball and really defended well.
A good job by Kutztown to break up the pass, as Branson Stanley could not field it. As Cox Cohen was able to break it up. So second down, got a minute 31 to go. Keefe will go back to the pass. As incomplete there, unable to hold on to it. So Tiger Winston unable to hold on to it, so it's third down.
Very hard hit by Amanu Justice. They mean business.
Now, yeah, certainly a hard-hitting defense is something that every team wants. And for Kutztown, if they can get that going, then they can become one of the most fearsome teams out of the PSAC.
They can strike heart into the fears of their enemies.
You mean strike fear into the heart of their enemies?
Yeah.
Don't worry, we all have those days.
Absolutely.
If you wrote down every time I had something, it would be like a book. So
yeah.
Third down and 15. Keefe escapes pressure. We'll throw it away. So it'll be fourth down and 15 on the 38-yard line. So looks like they'll bring Keefe off, and we'll see if they go for a field goal. I doubt it, considering the last time they tried from this distance, they didn't even make it to the end zone practically.
Yeah.
43, Isaac West in punt formation for
so Isaac West will punt it.
21, Mason McElroy.
This looks to be a very short punt. We'll see where it goes.
West will punt it away. Goes to the far side. And actually a pretty good punt considering the space he has to work with. So he'll be down at the Kutztown 12.
I'm going to be interested to see what Kutztown does with this position. With a minute and 12 left in the half and the lead, I wonder if they're going to try to go for more points here.
Well, I would imagine, because so far, I mean, you're on the 11. You got 2 timeouts left. DelGalbo has done well all day, except for that last interception, but the defense at least bailed him out. Didn't give up any points. So as it is first down and 10 on the Kutztown 12.
If they can get a good passing play in, gain some big yardage, I feel as though we'll be able to move pretty quickly, especially with 2
gets
timeouts.
It to Neblett. He'll be short of the first down, gain of 8.
Neblett, hit by number 37 in Ashby. Up on the play for number 16, Andrew Berger, gain of 9, second and 1 for 21.
Clock continues to roll here. DelGalbo moving quickly, gets the snap, finds Neblett again. This time they'll get the first down.
DelGalbo's pass again, complete to number 1, Abdul Hassan Neblett, brought down by number 7, Keith Thompson. Gain of 6, first and 10 for the Golden Bears.
Stop the clock for a short moment. But we'll move again. DeGalbo. Can't find anyone, has to throw it away. Gets McElroy, and he's able to get out of bounds. Risky pass right there, as you just saw it float in the air.
Absolutely. Last time that happened, it was an interception.
So very interesting ideas going into halftime. So we'll think about what teams are going to say. I mean, for Gannon, I would have to say, the offense has still got to improve, but for Kutztown, I think it's got to be, DeGalbo's got to be a little more precise with his passes. After a short pass there, it'll be second down.
That is our second charge time out of the half.
And Kutztown takes their second time out of the half with 25 seconds left in the first half.
Well, they had to take the timeout sometime. I mean, eventually, you got to get their guys some breathing room. So if you're just joining us, we saw Gannon get the ball first, drive all the way downfield, and they ended up missing a field goal. And then Kutztown was unable to get their own drive going. We thought this was going to be a lower scoring game, Jacob.
Absolutely, a very defensively strong game, but after a fantastic 50-yard touchdown pass by quarterback Colin DeGalbo, we really started to, fly off the page a little bit, get some movement going, and get some points on the board.
And then but the offense has to clean it up a bit toward these final minutes as we saw DeGalbo throw an interception, but thankfully the defense bailed him out, didn't give up anything. And after a penalty that set Gannon back at least 15 yards from a first down, weren't able to do anything. And now we get to this drive with 25 seconds left to go. DeGalbo finds Neblett. Gets dragged down. It'll be 3rd and 4.
Pass complete to number 1 of Bill Hassan Neblett, brought down by number 7, Keith Thompson.
10 seconds on the clock.
Well, at this point, you got to get one more play off to try and get into field goal range. So it will be a first down. The clock will stop. It will stop for a second. Got one timeout left, and they will use it.
If they were to take a field goal here, it would be 40-plus yards.
So right now they're at they're at Gannon's 37. If they were to take it from here, it would at least be a 44-yard field goal.
Honored at halftime as part of Golden Bear Honors. Please make your way to the area by the scoreboard at this time.
Now, Noah, if you were in the position of Jim Clements, what would you do here? Would you try to go for a Hail Mary and see if you can score 6, or try to take a very long field goal?
Well, I mean, you could always run the Hail Mary, but ultimately, as we've seen from DeGalbo, I mean, his long passes, besides the ones to McElroy, have been a bit shaky, if you have to ask me. But then, but even at the college level, your field goal kicking distance is really not this good out here.
No.
Like, if this was the professional level, you would say yes, but out this far, I mean, you're just taking a risk. But they'll send the offense back out there for one final play to Galbo. It will be first down as they'll send the receivers to the end zone. He'll throw it up. Torres.
And almost intercepted.
But they just knock it down. Surprised Gannon didn't try to catch it and at least try and run something back.
Yeah.
But anyway, we've reached the half, and it's a score: Kutztown Golden Bears 14, Gannon Golden Knights 3. So we will take a break at the half, so stay tuned. We will be right back after halftime.
You're listening to the radio voice of Kutztown University, KUR's presentation of Golden Bears football. Stick around.
Kutztown University offers a 100% online winter session. This is a great opportunity to catch up on classes or simply focus on a course without distractions of other classes or activities. The last day to register is October 29th. Students are limited to register for 6 classes for the winter session, and courses with low enrollments may be canceled. For more information, check out Kutztown University's website, click on Academics, and scroll down until you see winter and summer sessions.
The Women's Center at Kutztown University promotes the well-being and advancement of all women through education, support, action, compassion, and outreach. Visit the center, browse their library or over 1,000 books and videos, or just relax in a safe and comfortable environment. To get involved, visit the Women's Center in Old Main, 126, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. or discover their website at www.kutztown.edu/Women's Center.
Don't you hate it when you listen to those other radio stations with those fancy schmancy corporate weather forecasts?
This is Dr. Joe Hurricane from Super Accurate Weather Incorporated telling you it's going to be clear as a whistle all day. Beautiful weather.
Only to walk out the door and be greeted with this? Guess you should have listened to Monsoon Mike on KUR. Local weather from KUR's own weather expert, Monsoon Mike, every hour. It's right here on the radio voice of Kutztown University, KUR.
Bob Hobaugh is an attorney practicing corporate, finance, and commercial law in Berks and Lehigh counties. He has represented and served on boards of nonprofit corporations for 37 years. Bob has practiced with large firms for 33 years, including at Stevens & Lee for 21 years, and now happily has a sole practice. His clients are businesses, nonprofit corporations, municipalities, and individuals. 610-360-6537. That's 610-360-6537. Checking headlines, Dr. Ann Gundry, Professor Emerita and former director of the Kutztown University Women's Center, has made 3 generous gifts to Kutztown University, including a featured speaker series. Gundry established the Dr. Constance P. Dent and Dr. Ann T. Gundry Distinguished Speaker Series in collaboration with the Kutztown University Women's Center Gender and Sexual Studies program. This gift will provide funding to bring internationally known speakers to KU whose area of expertise and personal experience are relevant to current topics and have had a connection to women and gender initiatives. In addition, Gundry established endowed scholarship funds for women's tennis and to benefit students in the Women, Gender, and Sexuality Studies program. News comes hourly on your newsletter here in northeastern Berks County, KUR Kutztown.
Scouting is awesome. You get to do a whole bunch of stuff that you never thought you could do.
I've gone skiing, snowboarding, surfing. We chopped wood with an axe.
We get to go caving, climbing,
mountain biking.
I kind of like the hiking in Scouts.
Scouting is a lifestyle.
The Scout is trustworthy, loyal,
friendly,
helpful,
courteous,
obedient,
kind,
cheerful, thrifty,
brave, clean, and reverent.
Scouting is my direction.
Adventures to remember, words to live by. Go to scouting.org today.
Be a Scout.
To get the most up-to-date and in-depth information about the Kutztown University Golden Bears, visit KU Athletics online at kubears.com. KUbears.com features extensive coverage for all 21 of Kutztown University's NCAA varsity sports. The website also features video content and allows fans to follow select games through live statistics. Be sure to check out the Kutztown Golden Bears at kubears.com. Go Bears, go!
Like KUR, an award-winning radio station, on Facebook to receive exciting daily content delivered straight to your newsfeed. You'll discover diverse music, breaking news, and engaging student DJ content. Visit facebook.com/KUR1670 to join the fun. Remember to use hashtag KURadio on social media. We are the radio voice of Kutztown University, KUR.
Sheetz is proud to support the Kutztown University Golden Bears. Come to Sheetz and taste the made-to-order difference. Our 24/7 touchscreen menu is made to order fresh and offers a variety of taste bud favorites from chicken sandwiches and burgers to salads, subs, and breakfast sandwiches, all prepared with any combination of toppings you can dream up, customized to your exact specifications. Stop by after the game. Stop by anytime, all day, every day. Exercise your taste buds. There's something for everyone at Sheetz. Sheetz, feel the love.
Since the early 70s, Friends Incorporated, located at 658 D Noble Street in Kutztown, has helped thousands of families in northeastern Berks County strengthen relationships with themselves and their community through a wide range of outreach services. Every family and individual is offered case management services, food pantry assistance, counseling, support groups, and program referrals. Contact Friend Incorporated at 610-683-7790. That's 610-683-7790. Or visit their website, www.friendinc.org. Friend Incorporated, helping our neighbors to strengthen our community.
Oh, you're gonna take me home tonight.
Oh, I love this.
And in the course of the assault, it's torture gets more severe. Go to war with me, you're in the blue.
What a bop. Wait, what?
La vie entre mes doigts. Oh, je suis à l'équilibre. Oh,
well, that was unexpected. Tune in to Accidental, Wednesday nights from 8 to 10 for all the unexpected bops, right here on the radio voice of Kutztown University, KUR. Hi again, Kutztown University. Sam,
Eric,
and Allie are here from the Career Development Center. The KU Internship and Job Fair is fast approaching. This is your opportunity to shake hands and talk with over 70 employers. Whether you're looking for employment or an internship, there will be positions open for most KU majors.
The KU Internship and Job Fair is Wednesday, October 2nd from 12 to 3 in MSU 218. And to get you ready for this event, don't forget to come to our workshop, How to Work a Career Fair, on Thursday, September 26, 11 to 11:30 in the Academic Forum, room 200.
Checking campus headlines, congratulations to Marsha Cressman, custodial worker in facilities, on being named 2019's Kutztown University Employee of the Year. Cressman was named Employee of the Year during the recent KU Faculty and Staff Convocation. Cressman was Employee of the Month for January of 2019 and was one of 12 finalists for the award. Cressman soared above all expectations, utilizing training beyond what we typically provide for our custodians, said Assistant Director of Housing and Custodial Services Tyrone Hill. In January of 2019, Cressman was attending to her daily assignments in Johnson Hall when she noticed a student choking. She performed the Heimlich remover, saving the student's life. Cressman has been with the university since March of 2006. News comes hourly on your news leader here in Northeastern Berks County, KUR Kutztown. Show your maroon and gold pride. Be sure to check out Kutztown Athletics apparel across various outlets in Lehigh and Berks counties. KU Golden Bears gear can now be purchased at Walmart in Temple and Boscov's in Berks County and the Lehigh Valley. Also, Kutztown gear is available at the official headquarters for KU Gear, the KU Student Bookstore located on the scenic KU campus. Make sure to stock up on your maroon and gold apparel this fall and be ready for the new year.
Follow KUR, an award-winning radio station, on Twitter to receive exciting daily content delivered straight to your newsfeed. You'll discover diverse music, breaking news, and engaging student DJ content. Visit twitter.com/KU Radio to tweet along. Remember to use hashtag KU Radio on social media. We are the radio voice of Kutztown University, KUR.
Darlene!
Not now. I'm watching my stories.
Dad? Yeah, boy?
I need to tell you something.
What?
I have these feelings.
Feelings? What feelings?
Well, the thing is, Dad, I like boys.
What? You're gay? Aw, son. I'm proud of you. Took lots of guts. And please know that both me and your mom are here for you. After all, you're our son, and we love you no matter what.
Need someone who understands? If you're a lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, or questioning youth, Lyric can help. At Lyric, young people get the support they need to come out early and follow their heart. I'm Armistead Maupin. Please join me in supporting Lyric. To learn more and make a donation, visit lyric.org today.
And for GLBTQ resources on campus, visit the KU GLBTQ Center, Old Main, Room 4.
With a varied membership and immense class, the passion for bringing music into the hearts of our community ties the Kutztown University Orchestra together. KUO brings to campus the great symphonic works from the Baroque to the present. Overtures, symphonies, suites, guest soloists, and newly commissioned works are regularly performed. The orchestra holds free concerts on campus every semester in Schaefer Auditorium. Follow us on Facebook at Kutztown Orchestra for more information. This message was brought to you by the radio voice of Kutztown University, KUR.
The Center at Holiday Inn is pleased to be a continuing partner of Kutztown University. We are a short drive from their beautiful campus, and our expert staff and spacious facility awaits you and your guests. Whether enjoying a freshly made-to-order breakfast in our America restaurant or digging into the famous short ribs at the Sam Adams Brewhouse, your experience at the hotel will be amazing. If you are relaxing in your spacious guest room or outside by the pool, you will unwind knowing that we have taken care of every detail of your stay. Good luck, Golden Bears, from your partners at the Center at Holiday Inn.
The radio voice of Kutztown University, KUR. Just a friendly reminder to anyone tuning in that you are listening to today's football game. Today is Family Day. We are at the halftime. And just as an update, the score is 14-3. Your Golden Bears are winning. Our announcers, Noah and Jacob, will be back in a few minutes. So enjoy the rest of the announcements, and we'll see you soon.
Kutztown University Veterans Center, located at McFarland Student Union, room 262, exists to help our military-affiliated population to succeed in their educational and career goals. The Veterans Services Center is a vital hub where students can study, relax, have access to computers and printers, meet other veterans, and receive assistance with their GI Bill and other benefits. Want to learn more? Email the center at veterans@kutztown.edu or call them at 610-683-4228.
Stop by the KU campus store or Dixon Marketplace any Monday following a home football game to receive 5% off KU apparel for every touchdown the Golden Bears score. The Paw Bucks discount is offered win or lose with a minimum discount of 15% and a maximum discount of 40%. The KU campus store and Dixon Marketplace are divisions of the nonprofit affiliate of Kutztown University, KUSSI. All purchases benefit KU students.
Do you see that doggy in the shelter?
Hi, I'm Buddy, the adorable puppy you adopted from the Humane Society.
Meow. I'm Whiskers, a fluffy kitty, just waiting for someone to love me.
When you adopt a pet, we hope your new furry friend will become a cherished member of your family. And as Buddy and Whiskers will tell you, the key to success is following the rules to love by.
Woof, that's right. Please give me food, water, and exercise every day. To stay healthy, I need the same kind of things you need.
Talk to me. I like hearing your voice.
You're my best friend. Please don't stay mad at me or lock me up as punishment. Remember, I'm probably going to live 10 to 15 years, so take care of me when I get old.
One day you'll need someone to take care of you, too.
A message from the Montgomery County Humane Society. Visit www.mchumane.org for the complete rules to love by.
Be your best friend for life.
Email any suggestions to KUR@kutztown.edu. Complaints, concerns, questions, whatever you may be thinking at the time, it's KUR@kutztown.edu.
KU football fans, did you know that all purchases made at the KU campus store benefit KU students? The campus store is a division of the nonprofit affiliate of Kutztown University, KUSSI. Surplus from KUSSI's operations is given back to students in the form of scholarships, student activities, and campus athletics. From competitive textbook options to KU apparel and gifts, KU campus store is your source for everything KU.
The Northeast Berks Chamber of Commerce is your premier resource and voice for trusted local business. The Chamber advances regional economic and cultural growth through supportive collaboration with business and community organizations, as well as government. For more information, call the Northeast Berks Chamber of Commerce at 610-683-8860. That's 610-683-8860, or visit their website at northeastberkschamber.com.
In addition to the online home for Kutztown University Athletics, KUBears.com, there are several ways to follow the Golden Bears through social media. Find out about KU Athletics on Twitter by following @KU Golden Bears. Become a fan on Facebook by searching for and liking Kutztown University Athletics. Finally, check out how to sign up for email and mobile phone updates at KUBears.com. Stay in touch with the Kutztown Golden Bears.
You're listening to the radio voice of Kutztown University, KUR. Did you miss a show? Want to hear your favorite shows on your time? Check out our Mixcloud page where you can hear select programming on your schedule. Mixcloud is a digital audio streaming platform service rethinking radio. Just go to mixcloud.com/KU Radio and click on the show that you want to hear. KUR, the radio voice of Kutztown University.
And welcome to Golden Bears football coverage here on KU Radio. As we are at halftime, the score, Golden Bears up at 14 with Gannon down at 3. So right now we got a few minutes more before halftime. I'm Noah Pegler, alongside me, Jacob Leibowitz. So certainly what we saw in the first half was a bit slow by both teams, but then Kutztown finally picked it up after scoring 2 touchdowns.
Absolutely. I mean, we're used to Kutztown's high-fidelity offense that usually is scoring a bit more in the first half. So the defensive stops have really been staggering.
Yeah, so far they've been able to keep Gannon in check. But as we've seen toward the end of that first half, you're starting to see DeGalbo's passing game sort of slip a bit. As they were going up a little, spending too much hang time, almost about 5 seconds, if you would have to say. Wouldn't you say, Jacob?
Yeah, I mean, Colin was really lofting it a bit, and that resulted in his first interception of the game and a couple of passes that could have easily been picked off. So I hope that over the break during halftime he discussed this and talked about it and worked on it a little bit, I hope.
Oh, yeah, and then as we saw some of the halftime stats, Jimmy Keefe has, he's 10 for 19, has at least 148 yards, and has a long of 43.
PSAC in the indoor 60-meter hurdles.
But he was sacked twice, so pretty good by this Golden Bears defense to apply some pressure. And then there were a few times where Gannon at least had a few runs, but they were called back because of penalties.
Yeah. I mean, Gannon's offense really needs to come alive here in the second half. Jimmy Keefe is doing his part. He's 10 for 19 with 148 yards, but he's been sacked twice by Kutztown's defense. So I think all members of that offensive line and his weapons in general need to start to gel together and really create the space for the running game or even for screenplays, as we've been doing in the first half, to success.
Well, there's certainly a lot of time left. The score's still there. There's a chance that Gannon could get back into it, but you got to remember, Kutztown was getting the ball first to start this second half. And right now, as we mentioned, Dalvin Blanks, as we mentioned earlier, he did well in the first quarter, but since then we've barely seen him at all.
Yeah, Melvin really hasn't done much since the first quarter, where he, since the first quarter, I think he's only had about 15 yards.
Okay.
Which really, for a running back, is not much.
Oh, yeah, and then we've also seen more of Joey Cox, haven't we?
Yes. Joey Cox actually had a rush for 2 yards in the second half, but he really shined on his receiving, where he had 2 receptions for 34 yards.
Oh, yeah, he's been definitely involved in the offense, and then certainly good, the guys receiving passes from Jimmy Keefe, but other than that, there's not much going Gannon's way, but they can turn it around. They just need to figure out, because as we mentioned, they were getting to the Galbo's passing game, and they just need to keep that up. But 30 minutes is a long time, and eventually somehow Gannon needs to score, and having 3 points is not good. But they had a low-scoring game against, I believe, South Connecticut in their first game. And the final score that they won was 14-7. But they got to keep it here, and they've been outscored multiple times. And for Gannon, they've scored about 14 points per game, but they've given up at least 24 to their opponents.
Yeah, absolutely. I got to say, though, comparatively to last week when Gannon gave up 5 rushing touchdowns to Westchester, it seems their rush defense really has come into its own, stopping most of our running backs.
Well, today, yeah, for Kutztown, we haven't seen Nablett as much.
No, not at all.
As you mentioned, he had negative yardage?
Yes. So much so that Kutztown actually moved him over to a receiver for the second quarter, where he worked to okay effect with 5 receptions for 31 yards.
Most of those came on that last drive, if you've noticed.
Yes. And the current rushing leader for Kutztown is Colin DeGalbo, actually, with a 6 rushes for 50 yards, followed by Daryl Davis McNeil with only 9.
Yeah.
So Kutztown is really working with their passing offense, and they really need to focus more on making sure that rush, even if it isn't DeGalbo, is really working on high-octane fuel, you know?
Oh, yeah, and then so far, you mentioned even earlier that the screenplays that they were running to the outside with either McElroy or even, I believe it's Diego Torres, they had that one drive where everything was going their way, but then the last 2 drives, as you mentioned, the interception, and they tried a Hail Mary that could have been intercepted as well.
Absolutely.
Pennsylvania plate JLR 0510. You are asked to move your vehicle into the parking spot at this time, please. Again, that's a black GMC Terrain in the F1 lot, PA plate JLR 0510.
Well,
move your vehicle into a parking
but after
spot
this game, our next broadcast for Kutztown is against East Stroudsburg, coming up in about 2 weeks. They believe Kutztown is on the road for the next 2 weeks, but they'll be home around October 12th.
Well, that's good to know. Hopefully it'll be a little bit colder up here in the press box.
Yeah, so chilly I need a blanket. You want to bring a blanket, Jacob?
Well, not today.
No, yeah, definitely not. But, I mean, it's still a nice day, not a cloud in the sky.
Absolutely, a great day for football as Gannon looks to kick off to Kutztown.
They mentioned Kutztown gets the ball first, and it'll be fielded at the 10-yard line. And good field position as they start at the 36 for Kutztown University.
Number 33, Brian Streibel. Number 44, Davey Cooper on the tackle.
Now, I'll be very interested to see what receiver Mason McElroy can do. He's the current leader with 78 yards off of 4 receptions. And his 56-yard touchdown in the first half was the only passing touchdown of the game thus far.
Yeah, so very good by Mason McElroy. He's a junior out of Reading, Pennsylvania. This is pretty much in his backyard. He majored in communications. He has 4 receptions for 144 yards.
Before today.
Yes, before today. But DeGalbo looks downfield, wide open, gets a man, and will go all the way downfield. Mark him out at the 24.
That was a great pass to Jake Novak. He didn't loft it like he did in the first half, and I think that played to his advantage.
But yeah, Jake Novak all the way pretty much open downfield, and a great play to start this third quarter, coming right out of the gate swinging. So, be first down. DeGalbo running. We'll get another first down. First and goal, so really quickly. Starting to turn into a quick sucker punch by Kutztown.
Seems the Bears' offense caught Gannon's defense slipping after halftime.
Yeah, I think they just hit snooze on the alarm. So now is a first and goal on the Gannon 9. DeGalbo will hold on to it. Throws it. Neblick catches it for the touchdown. So right away, Kutztown in only about 53
within
seconds.
A minute, yeah.
Amazing job by DeGalbo. So, as we said, he needed to improve his passing game, and he just did.
Absolutely, with 2 stellar passes, one for a touchdown and another for a big gain. It's also good to see Neblett coming back into his own with a score there.
Oh, yeah, very good job for Abdul Hassan Neblett out of Newark, New Jersey. I always struggle with that. My apologies to people from Newark. Chris Itch will take the kick.
Actually, no, the funny thing is that Newark is close to New York.
Okay, thank you, Jacob. And then, as the extra point is good, Kutztown in only about 1 minute, leading 21-3 over the Gannon Golden Knights.
Now, I'd like to see how Gannon's offense comes out in the second half, down by
17. No, 18.
18 now, yes. How do you think they're going to do, Noah?
Well, ultimately, I mean, they now have to capitalize on that. In just 3 plays, Kutztown went down the field and scored. I mean, they had good field position, but now Jimmy Keefe really has to step up and find his guys. I mean, Joey Cox, as we mentioned earlier, has done all he can. But ultimately, it's got to rely on the head coaching call of Brad Rosiski, who's in his 7th season and has actually worked his way up. He was a defensive coordinator coach before for the 5 seasons for Gannon.
He was actually a defensive coordinator in their 2014 9-2 season, where they're named and shared the regular season title for the PSAC West Division.
And as that kick by Krisich will go all the way out for a touchback. Now, yeah, so Brad Rosiski's been here for a long time, worked his way up through the system. We mentioned that 9-2 season, shared a record for that division title. However, 2014 has been many years from today, and their offense just seems to be a bit of a different animal. Well, now today, I mean, they've been able to get downfield, but not find, like, the end zone. But now it's Jimmy Keefe. As you see, blanks in the backfield. He'll go to the throw. He actually gave it to blanks, and he'll be stopped in the backfield, a loss of
number 2, Melvin Blanks on the carry.
1 yard.
Number 57, Topa Ports. Loss of 2 yards on the play. 2nd down and 12 for the Golden Knights at their own 23.
So now it'll be a 2nd down and 12. Got blanks back in the backfield. Keefe gets pressured, loses the football, and the fumble gets bobbled around, picked up by Kutztown. Great recovery there.
Great pressure on Gannon's quarterback. I really feel that this Kutztown offense is a whole new animal coming out in the second half.
Well, now the defense just gave him a lot of help.
Kutztown with great field position, looking to capitalize and score even more points.
Well, now they're on the Gannon 10-yard line, so 1st and goal, and the offense doesn't have to do anything.
Yeah. For those that are joining us after halftime, the score is 21-3 with 13 minutes and 21 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
So now the Galbo will go back out there, hoping for at least trying to get a score on one play. So DeGalbo will keep it. A good one-handed catch there for Kutztown as Brandon Smith sticking it out.
A great catch, but not great for actual gain. I think he only gained a couple yards on that play.
But yeah, at least, I mean, it's 2nd down now, but I mean, to have that arm strength and bring it down, so.
Absolutely. Giving the fans something to cheer about.
Yeah, so now it's 2nd and goal on the 5. Wait for the snap to Galbo. Escaping, going to the end zone,
running.
And he will get it. Another touchdown for Kutztown Golden Bears.
Colin DeGalbo's 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. Yet another dive into the end zone for this star quarterback.
Right now, depending on how it's going on throughout the rest of the PSAC, he could be, again, Offensive Athlete of the Week, at least in the Eastern Conference.
Well, I mean, apart from his interception, Collins looked stellar all day. 17 for 22 in the first half with 187 yards in passing.
The extra point is good. And in just 2.5 minutes, Kutztown has put up 2 touchdowns and is now 28-3. Sorry to all Falcons fans listening.
Yeah,
Super Bowl 51 moment.
This really is the high-powered Kutztown offense that we saw in Week 1 against Assumption.
Oh, yeah, definitely. As we're starting to see, I mean, they've moved very quickly, only on 3 plays to open the drive, but the offensive line has really got to step up for Gannon. As you see, you got Kylie Smith Jr., Riley Noble, Mac Chambers, Nick Miller, and then Donald Lavarage, Taylor Deem. All these guys have got to start protecting the quarterback.
Number 85, Jalen Johnson.
But now Krisich will take another kickoff. Certainly Krisich is probably going to start getting a lot of his stats boosted up with the amount of kickoffs he's starting to take.
Absolutely. Let's just hope he can get his second touchback of the game.
Krisich will kick it off and will be fielded. As it gets brought down, number 85 at the 20-yard line.
Number 85, Jalen Johnson on the return, brought down by number 11, Cam Wolf.
Jalen Johnson.
9-yard return, 1st and 10 for Gannon at its own 20.
Jalen Johnson out of Largo, Maryland. He's a freshman, and he has 2 kick returns on the season, 47 yards and a 30 long.
So now Jimmy Keefe will head back out there as he'll be first down on the Gannon 20. Gannon will hold on, or Keefe will hold on to it, but runs into a brick wall and was brought down pretty much at the line of scrimmage.
I got to say, Amani Justice has done a fantastic job this game in showing his defensive prowess and abilities to just absolutely demolish his opponents.
Yeah, as you mentioned, he's a business administration major out of Salem, New Jersey. And last year he had 8 tackles and 12 assists. So definitely is he can become a ball hawk and certainly knows where to find the guy who's on the field. Certainly involved in every play. But as we go, Blanks gets the handoff. He'll get the first down on this one. So as we mentioned earlier, Blanks finally getting involved back into the game.
Absolutely. I feel if they're going to get out of this hole, Melvin Blanks is their answer.
So it'll be first down at the Gannon 36, or excuse me, 34. As Keefe throws it out.
Keeps pass complete to number 87.
Be a short gain for Gannon.
Number 20, Chris Thomas.
Drew Angle out of Stray Bay, Pennsylvania, freshman.
For the Golden Knights at their own 37-yard line.
It'll be second down and 7. So far, a lot has happened in this first part of the second half, and yet we've only 5 minutes in, and Kutztown scored 2 touchdowns.
Actually, they didn't even have to use all those 5 minutes. I think we scored both of the touchdowns within 3.
Oh, yeah, it's crazy. Keefe trying to find his man. It'll be incomplete. A flag on the play, and it looks like they'll get a key Cox Cohen for pass interference. Trying to appeal his case is Cox Cowan.
Pass interference, number 4, defense. The ball replaced with the spot was foul. Automatic.
So it'll be an automatic first down for the Golden Knights.
A 6-yard penalty against Kutztown.
What did you see on the last play, Jacob? Did you see anything like a pass interference?
Not particularly. I mean, obviously there was something there and he pled his case, but it didn't seem as if there was all that much of a foul there. However, I can't really complain with the position that we're in.
All right, so now Dalvin Blanks gets brought down very quickly in a swarm of Golden Bears. So,
Sean Trevor Ortiz, number 38, Nick Basker on the tackle. Loss of a
good tackle by this defense of Kutztown. So it'll be 2nd down and 12 from Gannon's 41. See what Keefe does this time. He'll go back to throw. Finds Joey Cox. Enough for a 1st down. Mark him down at the 44 of Kutztown.
Now, Noah, I know today is Family Day for the Golden Bears, and I was wondering if you'd like to talk about, do you have any visitors coming today?
Well, today, not so really. I mean, I don't have any family today, but how about you, Jacob?
I don't either, actually.
Oh, so we're doing a good job already by promoting Kutztown's events.
Yeah. But I'd just like to give a quick shout-out to all the family that came up to see their children today. Yeah, I'm sure they appreciate it.
As do I. So, as Keith will go back and trying to find his man, it will be incomplete.
In for number 15, Alex Hutchings. 2nd down and 10 for Hutchings at the KU-44.
Well, as Alex Hutchings out of Webster, New York. The pass was just over his head. It will be 2nd down now for Gannon. But certainly a good showing out here on Family Day. Kutztown's filled up the other side of the bleachers, which is normally for the road team.
Definitely a home field advantage for the Golden Bears.
Now, so it'll be Jimmy Keefe. He'll give it to Dalvin Blanks, or Melvin Blanks.
Loss of 1 yard on the play.
Now ticking under 9 minutes left in the quarter. How do you think Kutztown's done so far?
Well, overall, I mean, they've done really well. I mean, you could see as a score, but then, I mean, the first half, they had more struggles, but so far in the second half, they've done really well. I mean, but then so far, the only thing to complain about in this second half was that pass interference call.
Absolutely. I'm sure head coach Jim Clements really gave them a stern talking to at halftime to get their act together.
Yeah, so it'll be 3rd down and 11. Keith will have to throw it away, and is just too far for Joey Cox.
Pass is incomplete, intended for number 11, Joey Cox.
So 4th down, and it looks like they'll just punt it away.
I got to give credit to the defensive line. They've been putting a lot of good pressure on Joey Cox, and even though they were penalized once, they're still doing a fantastic job at keeping them at bay.
Yeah, so that defense of Kutztown, their defensive linemen, Nigel Wilson and Corey Tomasetti. So Isaac West punted away. McElroy will try and field it, but it will go out. We'll see where the ref marks it down.
West punt will go out of bounds.
And he marks it down at the 9.
10-yard line. 35-yard kick, 1st and 10.
Not particularly good field position for the Golden Bears, but let's see if they can capitalize as they have earlier in the quarter.
But they've done really well, but then so far, I mean, as it's at least a 25-score lead, and DeGalbo's still out there. Depending on how this game goes, this could be his last drive of the game.
Yeah, no reason in keeping your star quarterback out there when you're winning 28-3.
So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 10. They'll hand it off. Looks like Naeem Cross with the handoff, but got nowhere.
Number 26, Darrell Davis McNeil on the carry.
Excuse me, it was Darrell Davis McNeil on that last handoff.
1 yard gain.
spent his summer working and working out, so a very simple summer for him.
Well, it seems to have paid off.
Yeah, so is 2nd down and 9.
McNeil still in the backfield, and another Wildcat coming out.
Yes, so DeGalbo's lining up as wide receiver. And that one went nowhere as Davis McNeil fielded it out of the back. So, I mean, they're still experimenting with that Wildcat, but it just didn't work that time, Jacob.
Yeah, it didn't seem to work in the first half either, so they might want to tweak it a little bit.
Yeah, certainly something that Clements will force in practice this week. They're prepared to travel down to Shepherdstown next week. Shepherdstown, West Virginia, to take on Shepherd. It's going to be a very interesting game, and as Kutztown, we'll see how they face this game or finish this game as DeGalbo gets it to Novak and a 1st down. Some very tight coverage on that last play.
I gotta say, our main concern for Colin DeGalbo in the first half was his passing, as he was seemingly lofting it a little bit, giving them the defense easy pickings. However, I feel as though he's changed that very much so in the second half.
Yeah, it's corrected it well, and Novak making the good catch on the tight coverage there by this defensive Gannon. It'll be 1st down at the Kutztown 34. DeGalbo will hold on to it, rolls to the far side, spins out, at least gets back to the line of scrimmage, jumps over the bench, as you saw. So it'll be 2nd down and 10.
2nd down and 9 for Kutztown at its own 34.
And one thing to notice, Jacob, is that Pilkerton, the tight end, we saw him play a lot more in that game against Assumption, but since then we haven't seen much of him getting the ball in this game so far.
Absolutely. He had a 2-touchdown day on that day, and he really hasn't done much today, apart from that one fantastic grab that he had over a Assumption. Again, a defender.
So, as last play, DeGalbo tried to run it out of the back, but he's brought down. Loss of 2 on the play. It's 3rd and 12 on Kutztown's 32. Now DeGalbo back to the sideline. Trying to figure out what they're calling. To DeGalbo.
Some of them do that.
Goes with the pass. Novak is able to catch it, but he'll be brought down at the 37. So it'll be looks like a punt for Kutztown.
Now, Noah, looking forward to next week, what are some things that you can take away from this game that we've done well and some things that we need to improve on?
Well, ultimately, when you look at this game, I mean, DeGalbo has certainly done well in the rush, but then, the passing, there was always room for improvement, and then, but then you just gotta trust all your components on the team. It's got some tension right there on the near side. 2 players going at it between Kutztown and Gannon. And the ref right there to calm it down.
All of our corporate partners, their generous support allows us to provide financial assistance to our student athletes in the form of scholarships, awards, and programming needs, and ensures a quality experience for your student athletes and fans. Thank you for supporting Golden Bear Athletics.
Jimmy Keefe will still be under center at quarterback for Gannon. So he got a man in the backfield. Keefe will hand it off. Holly. Brought down after a gain of 3.
Now, Gannon's run game looks to be getting a bit better with every waking drive.
Well, yeah, well, so far, I mean, they've been trusting the run game, but ultimately, as you mentioned, Jimmy Keefe has had a really rough day, especially after that strip fumble that he had earlier in the second half.
Although, honestly, it's been a tale of two halves. As in the first half, he did pretty okay. 10 for 19, 148 yards, a 43-yard long pass, although he was sacked twice.
Well, Jimmy Keefe will give it off again. Back to Holly, but it goes nowhere.
Devin Holly on the carry.
In fact, a loss of 2 yards, so it's now 3rd down and 8.
Loss of 2 on the play. 3rd and 7 for the Golden Knights at their own 32.
So now a really crucial play here, because when you're down by 3 scores and the way the game's going, this could be the game for Gannon.
Absolutely. They really need to capitalize on this 3rd down opportunity.
They stack near the far side. Keefe gets pressure from behind, gets stripped again, but this time his lineman is there to recover it.
Fumbles the football. Recovered by Gannon.
Kutztown's defensive line and linebackers have done a fantastic job in containing the quarterback in this game. And I think that's what has led to their little scoring.
So Marcel Dea with the fumble recovery to at least keep it with Gannon. But West will go back to punt it away.
Now receiver Mason McElroy actually looks to field the punt.
So not much of a good punt, at least on the distance, but at least it's out to the Kutztown's 37.
West punt will be down at the Kutztown 38-yard line. 33-yard check, 1st and 10 for Kutztown. Hey, Golden Bears, if you're not already, follow KU on Instagram. Tag us in your game or family day photos, and watch our story to see if your photo is featured. Stay up to date on all things.
So the Galbo will go back out there.
I have a feeling that this is going to be his last drive out there if we score.
Yeah, certainly. And then probably see Eric Nickel or Brian Unter Koffler.
Daryl Davis McNeil in the backfield with the Galbo.
As the Galbo will hold on to it. And it'll be brought down at the 41.
On the carry, brought down by number 51, Nick White.
So 2nd down and 7.
I mean, apart from Colin DeGalbo's 2 rushing touchdowns today, Kutztown's rush game really hasn't had much effect. Not many yards to be said about.
Well, yeah, and as last week against California, they only had about 46 rushing yards when you think about it.
And luckily, however, the receivers and tight ends of Kutztown have been fantastic today.
And as that one's thrown out from behind, they'll get it all the way for a 1st down for Kutztown. So, 1st down after a pass play.
The receiver carried a lot of speed on that.
As it was Jerry Kapp, who's definitely starting to make a name for himself.
Absolutely, yeah.
Redshirt freshman out of Bartow, Pennsylvania, as he transferred from Seton Hill, I think a rival college in the area.
Actually, Seton Hall is...
Or no, Seton Hill. Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Yeah, no, they're 2 similar names because,
Yeah.
I mean, they're both named Seton, but yeah, it's a hill or a hall, so. As Keegan Harvin gets the handoff, it will be a 2nd down and 8. Going on 41 of Gannon. Got 1 minute left to play here in the 3rd quarter.
2nd and 8 for Kutztown at the Gannon 41.
Now, if Kutztown scores before the end of the 3rd quarter, the game looks all but wrapped up.
No, yeah, I can't agree with you anymore, Jacob. So now, the Galbo will keep it, play action, or player option. He'll get brought down after a gain of 2.
I feel as though those option plays have done very well for the team, as Colin can run with the best of them.
He's certainly done well, at least gaining those yards, and then whenever he can find the passing game, he's certainly done well. And looks like Kutztown's just going to take this all the way down. We got 15 minutes left in this one, and Kutztown hoping to put another win in the books. So as we end the third quarter, Kutztown leading 28-3 over Gannon Golden Knights. So stay tuned. We'll be right back after this.
You're listening to the radio voice of Kutztown University, KUR's presentation of Golden Bears football. Have a good day. Stay tuned.
Avalanche, Kutztown University's very own mascot, is available to appear at your event. Whether it's a birthday party, grand opening, or town parade, inviting Avalanche will add in extra fun and entertainment for people of all ages. Also, kids can join Avalanche's Golden Bear Cub Club, which allows them to become junior members of the KU team. Make everyone's experience golden by visiting kutztown.edu/avalanche. Once again, that's kutztown.edu/avalanche.
Listen to KUR every Saturday night from 10 to midnight Eastern Time for the Cat Beast Radio Show. Explore the world with Angie Dorn as she plays the best in punk, rock, and surf. Hear it here on www.kutztown.edu/KUR. KUR, the radio voice of Kutztown University.
Stop by the KU campus store or Dixon Marketplace any Monday following a home football game to receive 5% off KU apparel for every touchdown the Golden Bears score. The Paw Bucks discount is offered win or lose with a minimum discount of 15% and a maximum discount of 40%. The KU campus store and Dixon Marketplace are divisions of the nonprofit affiliate of Kutztown University, KUSSI. All purchases benefit KU students.
Galbo's pass is incomplete, intended for number 85, Jerry Kapp, covered by number 31, Zy Allen.
Welcome back to Golden Bears football as Galbo just threw an incomplete pass. It's Jerry Kapp.
Jerry Kapp is quickly becoming a reliable target for DeGalbo.
Yeah, and then one question for you, Jacob. Do you think how would you have to rate on a scale from 1 to 10 the depth of this Kutztown team?
Well, Noah, I gotta say, every time I think we're out of weapons, they just spring one on me. You know, we have receivers like Jake Novak and Mason McElroy with great days on, great performances on the day, as well as tight end Jack Pilkerton, who had a fantastic catch earlier and 2 touchdowns in the game against Assumption. So, really, I just got to say, the depth of this team is something to behold.
So, from a scale from 1 to 10, what would you say?
Somewhere around an 8 or a 9.
I think that's an amazing answer. Really good. Got to give a lot of credit to Jim Clements and the rest of the coaching staff. And then, so on that last play, DeGalbo was trying to find Brandon Smith, but it was an incomplete pass, so it was 4th down, or actually, looks like it was a 4th down play, so it's a turnover on downs. Gannon gets the ball back. So Keith, having to throw it, gets his man. Gets it to number 8, Tiger Winston, but it'll be gain of 0 yards, right back to the line of scrimmage.
Great positioning on there for the tackle.
Third quarter, Westchester 19, Seton nothing. Second quarter scores, East Stroudsburg 14, Edinburgh nothing. Cal 28, Shippensburg nothing. And Clarion trails Shepherd 13-10. Also,
so now it'll be 2nd and 10 from the Kutztown 40. Keefe. Pass is short.
Pass by Keefe is incomplete. The intended receiver, number 82.
Trying to get Branson Stanley.
3rd and 10 for the Golden Knights.
Branson Stanley, a freshman out of Chagrin Falls, Ohio. Had 2 receptions and 18 yards, and 10 yards was his longest catch before coming in today.
3rd and 10. I'm expecting a pass play here. Would you say, Noah?
Well, I mean, you could say that, but right now, I mean, at this point, Gannon's got to try and get anything left. You got 14 minutes to play here in the game as Keith will step back. Fires it downfield. downfield, and it is almost intercepted by Cox Cowan, and is unable to bring that one in.
Very, very close to an interception there.
Yeah, honestly, Cox Cowan, I thought he was going to have that one. He read it right. The ball was right there, but just clearly took his eyes off it way too quickly.
Regardless, that brings up 4th down for Gannon, and they'll punt anyway.
So now I've another punt for Isaac West. So now they'll punt it away. And McElroy fields it. Finds some room to run with. He's got to get around his man, and he does. And West, the punter, will bring him down. A good job by Kutztown. A good fielded punt by McElroy.
Absolutely. He brings it to about the Gannon 45-yard line, and he really seemed to be very athletic in his cuts and his speed on that play. Great concentration.
So, real good job by McElroy. So Galbo will go back out for another drive.
Now that to me is surprising. Being up 28-3 with only 13 minutes and 43 seconds left in the game, you would think we'd take out such a highly valued offensive player for fear of injury.
Well, yeah, but still, we saw what the Patriots did in the Super Bowl, so there's still a lot of time left on this clock. So DeGalbo will throw it downfield, finds Pilkerton, and it'll be a first down, mark him out at the 30.
Surprisingly, that's Pilkerton's second catch of the day.
Yeah, I know. With the number 87 and with his size at tight end, come on, you got to be like Gronkowski.
Absolutely, yeah. Sad to see that Gronkowski retired so soon.
Yeah, but at least he got his Super Bowl for it and became an iconic player before retiring. So now, back to the game. 1st and 10 from the 30. DeGalbo gets it to Neblet, but he'll get a gain of 2, so it'll be 2nd down and 8 at the 28. That's DeGalbo. Look back to the sideline. After a long catch by Pilkerton, or after a catch by Neblet, DeGalbo will take it for a run. Looks like he'll be just short of the first down.
He ended that with a little bit of a spin move.
Oh, yes. Certainly agility. You can almost add like a list of things that DeGalbo has, and he has a lot of skill right there, so definitely amazing player. They try to run for it on 3rd and 1, but DeGalbo got stuffed.
Good defense by Gannon there to make sure that Colin could not get past.
Oh, yeah, so they just swarmed it. They tried to run it up the middle, which you'd usually expect. But now it's a 4th and 1 at Gannon's 21. We'll see what they call here. It looks like they're going to go for it.
Well, when you're in the position that you are, you might as well let the offense feel itself, you know?
Well,
get into a rhythm.
Well, ultimately, you need to know what your team can do on 4th down, and right here, this is a chance to see. So now it's 4th and 1. He'll give it to Davis McNeil, and looks like he's short.
Number 26, Darrell Davis McNeil on the carry.
But the ball will come out. It looks like they haven't ruled the play dead.
Fumble on the play, recovered by number 28, Juwan Nichols for Gannon.
It looks like they rule it a fumble and a touchdown for Gannon. Certainly caught everyone by surprise, Jacob.
Absolutely. I thought that he was down by contact.
Well, look.
Well, no, if only we had instant replay at our disposal.
But a good job by Gannon. Certainly caught everyone by surprise. Looks like it was Kiwanis Mickens with the fumble recovery and return. Freshman out of Miami, Florida. So now with the extra point. So Clements telling the refs something.
He's obviously not thrilled with the play that we just witnessed.
Well, I mean, you look at it, everyone thought the play was dead.
Yeah.
So right now the refs are discussing it.
Interesting to see if the refs call this back.
Rolling on the field, and the ball was loose before the runner was down. We go to play the touchdown again.
So Clements and the rest of Kutztown not thrilled about the play as the call there. And it'll be a touchdown for Gannon now with the extra point.
Now it'll be interesting to see if Gannon can get some defensive stops and mount some kind of comeback in this fourth quarter.
So Scarpino will take the extra point, and it's good. So there's still some life in Gannon as it is 28-10 with about 11:29 to go. So the defense coming up clutch, as we mentioned. So, I mean, it's a play like that, you would have to say, actually gets the team back into the game.
Absolutely. They really did need that to spark some kind of comeback, if any.
So now the Galbo will definitely have to stay in because he's got to keep his team in this game.
We'll see what head coach Jim Clements has to say about that one.
Well, certainly he's not thrilled about that last play there, as he thought it was down.
Well, who would be?
Number 1, Abdul Hassan Medlet. Number 14, Naomi Navarez. Backseat for Kutztown.
Zeddy Pinheiro be back to field to kick for Kutztown. Brian Strybel out of Orchard Park, New York, criminal justice major, said before this game he had 6 kickoffs and for a total of 353 yards. Had at least 1 touchback.
Well, he did show his speed and prowess on that return.
Pinheiro will feel it. Finds the space. Dragging a few Gannon players with him. He'll get down to the 40. So good return by Kutztown.
Absolutely, Noah. Let's see if they can capitalize with this position.
Number 33, Brian Seibel on the return.
At this point, after a touchdown, would you think that Kutztown would go all out, like try to move real quick to put more points on the board?
Well, it depends on how the Bears are feeling after this. They obviously could try to put more points on the board, or they could even run out the clock. We'll see what Jim Clements and Colin DeGalbo have to say about that one.
As it'll be a first down and 10 on the Kutztown 40. As DeGalbo gets it to McElroy. It's a hard hit, but it'll be brought down at the 9.
And yet another screen pass for the offense. This seems like something that is here to stay.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, it's just Clements trying to show that that his playbook has a lot of different plays and is definitely trying to keep the offense or the defense of Gannon on its toes. As the Galbo finds McElroy again, and he cuts inside, gets around, and is tripped up right at the 35.
Fantastic athleticism on that reception. Great to get around his defenders.
Man, Mason McElroy, I mean, he didn't have much playing time against Assumption, but has certainly done well today, and showing his agility to get around this defense that he's really hard to bring down.
Absolutely. He's done a lot to really warrant his place in this offense.
So now it is first down at the 31. As Neblet will take it for 4 yards.
Number 93, Malik Bridgman makes the stop, 4-yard pickup, 2nd and 6 for Kutztown at the Gannon 27.
So 2nd and 6 now at the 26. Neblet will get it again.
Number 1 of
and at least another gain of 4. So 3rd down and 2.
Third down and 2 at the 23.
They'll hand it off again. Looks like DelGalbo tried to get the first down, so it'll be, looks like another fourth down.
However, with 9 minutes and 25 seconds left in the game, I feel they are just running to run out the clock at this point. With a 28-10 lead, there's really no point.
And looks like the flag on the play, they draw the guy offside. So very good for Kutztown.
Number 95 defense.
Tyree Sutton gets called for the offside. Out of Norfolk, Virginia. Well, this time they went for the jump, and they got it.
Great job in drawing the Gannon defense to do a penalty, something like that.
Yeah, penalty. So DelGalbo will take it, finds the room, and he'll keep going. Touchdown, Golden Bears.
DelGalbo's third rushing touchdown of the day.
So, well, after an answer of an interesting fumble recovery, DelGalbo just takes it right to the house and continues his legacy here at Kutztown University.
Absolutely. It's almost as if we have a fourth starting running back.
I just want to know what would happen if we passed the ball to him.
Yeah.
As Krisic kicks it up and is good for the extra points, and now 35-10 with 9 minutes to go.
Maybe on one of those Wildcat plays, he could actually become a receiver as he lines up to be.
No, he could, or otherwise we could call it, it's like a Philly special, but I'm trying to think what else, a Kutztown special, but it's got to be something iconic.
Something along those lines, yeah.
How about Tommy's Boys?
Yeah.
a little marketing technique. But, so now it will be another chance for Gannon's offense to go back out there. See, Jimmy Keefe, he's been off the field for a while because 2 straight possessions by Kutztown. Probably been on the bench for at least, probably almost for most of this quarter.
Well, no, I feel like a broken record. Another game, another great performance by Colin DelGalbo.
Well, certainly. I mean, maybe during the later part in the season it'll get tough. Maybe for homecoming, because those are always good games.
Absolutely. Very excited for that. And just a reminder, you can listen to Homecoming on the radio voice of Kutztown University, KUR, when we present Golden Bears football.
Krisic, line drive kick. It'll go all the way out for a touchback.
Now, Noah, with a 25-point lead and 9 minutes left in the game, what do you see for Gannon to finish out?
Well, I mean, at this point, so far the offense is, I would say stuck in neutral a bit. I mean, right now Jimmy Keefe is doing all he can, but that defensive line right there for Kutztown has just been phenomenal. They've been getting through. And then, they're doing all they can with Melvin Blanks and Joey Cox, but there's only so much this offense can do. So certainly the offensive line is something to look at.
Timeout, Kutztown.
So the Golden Bears will take a timeout.
So Noah, looking forward to next week. What do you think will be our key to success?
Well, ultimately, next week we're taking on Shepherd, and right now I would say continue to work on the pass game because even though, as we mentioned, McElroy and Hilkerton and all these guys have done well, DelGalbo really needs to at least clean up some of those interceptions because now, the last 2 games he's had a total of 4. So if he can just clean those up, he's done really well. And certainly just also maybe work on that Wildcat as we mentioned earlier.
Absolutely.
But as we get back to the action, Blanks will take it, and finds some room, stays on his feet, gets around, and will be brought down at the 41.
Great run by Melvin Blanks to really ignite this offense into scoring more points.
Yeah, well, certainly it's something they needed. Could have used it a lot earlier, but as they say, better late than never. As it'll be first down at the 42-yard line. Keefe trying to escape pressure, and he'll be brought down in the backfield.
Sacked for the third time today.
Second down and 18.
So right there, just not expecting him at all.
Absolutely. Again, I have to give it credit to this young core of defensive players that have really just, stepped up today and shown their prowess.
And so it'll be second down and at least 17, a loss there. The guy got hit when he threw the ball. It'll be ruled that this will be ruled as an incomplete pass.
Pressure by number 94, Eric Miller. Third down and 10 for Gannon.
Very close to another fumble there by the Gannon quarterback. And it looks to be an injury on the field.
As one of the linemen for Gannon went down on that last play.
Luckily, he's moving off the field.
As it is Ben Furman out of Erie, Pennsylvania, majors in healthcare management. So now it'll be third down, 3rd and 17. Trying to see if Gannon can do anything else. Keefe, give it to Blanks. And he'll at least get a little closer to that line of scrimmage.
Number 93 has Trahan on the stop.
Now as it's fourth down, at this point you got to go for it, trying to get any points to stay in this game. But keep the offense on the field. Hasn't gone really well today for fourth down.
No, not at all. But when you're in this position, you do what you have to do.
And right now they're trying to figure out what to call. So it would be fourth down and 12. Keefe steps back to throw. Finds Cox, and it's intercepted by Kutztown, and they're going to take it all the way back. And he'll keep running all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Kutztown. Actually, they'll mark him down and step out of back. Looks like they'll mark him.
A little bit of confusion with the referees right now. They're debating whether this was a reception or an interception, or not.
Well, I think the question was, we're trying to figure it out. I thought the guys on the sideline were saying that he stepped out of bounds, saying that he didn't return it. But I'm guessing they may rule an incomplete pass.
Well, I suppose we are all anticipating the call here.
The ruling on the field is an interception by the defense. But the defender was on his back when he made the catch. But the first and 10 for touchdown at the start of the interception.
So it won't be a return. He was actually marked down as he was down. His back was on the ground when he made the catch. But yeah, when you're down and after you made the contact with the other player.
First and 10 at its own 40-yard line.
Still, an interception is an interception, and this Kutztown defense looks hungry and ready to pounce.
As Nick Palmer with the interception out of Montville, New Jersey, sport management major and a junior.
That quarterback for Kutztown is number 6, Eric Nickel.
And Eric Nickel, we finally see, as they've taken DeGalbo out the game, earning his rest. Eric Nickel headed off to Harvin. and staying on his feet.
Number 28, Keegan Harvin on the carry.
Now, a little bit about Eric Nickel. Last year, he was two-time PSAC East Offensive Athlete of the Week and broke the record for the broke the Kutztown single-game rushing record for a quarterback with 141 yards. It looks, however, that DeGalbo is trying to take his crown.
Well, ultimately, I mean, DeGalbo has certainly done well for the entirety of this game and throughout this season. And now Nickel will get his chance to get some more playing time. And especially if we come toward the playoffs, to have dual threat quarterbacks when you have a guy that can come off the bench and actually try and switch things up in a different style.
Absolutely. Funnily enough, however, Eric Nickel's best game last season was against Gannon. He went 28 for 40 for 394 yards, 5 passing touchdowns with a 71-yard touchdown as his longest. And also, if he had a superpower, he said it would be flying.
Now, yeah, certainly he'd fly through the air on this next play.
Well, hopefully he'll make those balls fly through the air into the arms of receivers.
Yeah, that's... So now Nickel will hand it off to Harvin, and he'll get the first down and take it all the way down to the Gannon 30-yard line.
It looks like that Golden Bears offense is a little angry about the touchdown takeback. So they look to be trying to do some justice.
We got 5 minutes left here in the fourth quarter.
Gain of 13 yards in that previous play.
So right now, as it's first down at the 30-yard line. Got 7 seconds left on the play clock. Nickel will hand it back to Harvin. Finding more running room, certainly adding more stats to his name is Keegan Harvin. Done really well toward this second half.
Well, no, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Now, yeah, this certainly a good job on the running game by the Golden Bears.
And along with the yards gained, the time lost is actually something to benefit from.
So now we got 4 minutes left. Eric Nickel. Wait for the snap. Nickel will hand it off. And they will go all the way down to the 21.
Number 9, Aaron Webb with the tackle. Gain of 3 yards, 3rd and 1 at the Gannon.
Says Jordan Davis came in for a run out of Plainfield, New Jersey, sport management major. Now it's 3rd and 1. Right now the run game just staying as the play, trying to run the clock down, as Jacob mentioned earlier.
With 3 minutes and 35 seconds left in the game, Kutztown looks to close this one out.
As Nickel will hand it back to Davis. And he looks like he got enough for the first down.
Number 9, Aaron Webb, number 32.
Marked down at the 18.
First and 10 for the Golden Bears.
So, Jacob, looking at this game, do you think that, what would you say Gannon would have to work on from what we've seen so far?
Well, Noah, definitely their offensive line needs some tweaks. They really could not, Kutztown's defensive line contained them very well, so that would be something to look on.
As the ball pops out, a fumble, and recovered by Gannon, and they can't bring him down. It's like a moving pile.
Anyway, going back to my point, also, mostly I feel as though the offensive line is their biggest struggle, and if they can get that worked out, then they should be actually pretty fine.
They have something to work on as the season will roll. As Keith Thompson is able to strip the ball away from Jordan Davis.
Defender stripped the ball away from the running back and took possession. First and 10 for Gannon at the end of the run.
Now Gannon will take over at the Kutztown, or at their own 28-yard line, as Keith Thompson recovered it. The finance major had two interceptions on the season so far and 9 total tackles. Jimmy Keefe will go back out there with 2.5 minutes remaining on the clock. And a tipped play right there. Could have almost been another turnover.
I believe it actually hit the referee on that pass.
Yeah, certainly.
Sadly, he's not an eligible receiver.
Or even on the team, for that matter. As Tiger Winston is unable to corral it.
Anyway, 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game.
So now it's a 2nd and 10.
Again, for those who have tuned in for the duration of this, we like to say thank you from everyone here at KUR for listening to our broadcast of Golden Bears football.
As Keith Cox bobbled it, and almost an interception there for Kutztown.
3rd and 10 for Gannon at its own 28.
As Jones for Kutztown couldn't corral it. Justin Harris for Kutztown was unable to get that ball out of the air. Almost had an interception on today. But as it's 3rd down and 10, Gannon trying to get downfield. Their defense has done really well by getting 2 fumbles in this quarter. Keefe will throw it, finds his man, and he'll get the first down.
And like I said earlier, the offensive line didn't really protect their quarterback there. Jimmy Keefe actually went down after completing that pass very hard.
As Branson Stanley with the reception gets down to Gannon's 39. Fresh set of downs. Keefe will find Stanley again. But forward progress will mark him upfield as he gets all the way to their 46-yard line. The clock will continue to roll.
Sadly for Gannon, we don't have the 2-minute warning here.
No, yeah, I mean, it's another thing at the pro level that they have. They have 2-minute warnings, but then also at the pro level, they don't have, after you get a first down, they stop the clock.
So I'd call that a fair trade.
Yeah, and then Keefe will take the snap, finds Blank.
He's pass complete to number 2, Melvin Blank, brought down by number 5.
And he gets brought down, but it'll be a first down at Kutztown's 49.
For the Golden Knights at the Kutztown 49.
So they'll continue as Gannon still has 3 timeouts, but not using any of it. But they're trying to at least get some points to at least come away with something positive at the end of this game.
1 minute remaining.
So now you got Keefe back to throw. Trying to find Stanley, and a little too far for him.
Keefe's pass is incomplete, intended for number 82, Branson Stanley, covered by number 3, Anton Lloyd. 2nd and 10 at the KU 49.
So it'll be a 2nd and 10. Still at Kutztown's 49. So now it'll be Gannon to try and get some points here as Keefe has receivers lined up on the far side. Step back to throw. Just throw it close to Blanks, but it will be incomplete. 3rd down now. At the 49.
They're at the 49-yard line with 49 seconds left on the clock.
Very interesting. And as Brad Rosiski we'll definitely we'll have a lot of work this week to try and get his team ready. So it'll be third down. Jimmy Keefe gets it to Blanks, and he gets brought down real quick.
Number 2, Melvin Blanks. He's brought down immediately by number 43, Tyler Boger. 5-yard gain. 4th and 5 at the 44.
So it's 4th down. This could be the last play of the game for Gannon. Keefe will go back to throw. Gets it to Stanley. Gets out of bounds, so stops the clock.
Number 3, Edson Lloyd with the tackle.
17 seconds to go.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line. Sit down.
So mark him down at the Kutztown 36 as they won the clock. Keefe go back to throw. A little too far for Joey Cox.
Pass by Keefe is intended for number 11, Joey Cox. It is incomplete. 2nd down and 10.
In only 7 seconds, at least time for one more play.
Well, Noah, I'd just like to say it's been another masterclass by Kutztown University football.
Well, yeah, you could certainly say that. They've done what they struggled coming out of the gate, but then since then they just took over. to Galbo, another phenomenal day, passing and running. So as Keefe goes back up, so that one will be stripped away. As the via fumble.
72, Zion Parrott. There is a fumble on the play. Recovered by Kutztown's number 33, Tyler Waring. There is a flag on the play as well.
As a fumble recovery by Kutztown, but there's a flag. So Kutztown will at least get one more play in.
Disregarding the flag, it looks like this game is over.
Thrown in the field is a fumble recovered by the defense. Holding number 71 offense. The penalty is declined. Result of the play. 1st and 10 for Kutztown at the fumble recovery spot.
So now 3 seconds. There's not much to do but just kneel out the clock.
Kutztown will have a 1st and 10 at its own 38-yard line.
Well, Noah, a 3-0 start to Kutztown football. Do you think this is a sign of good things to come later on in the season?
Well, it certainly is, Jacob, and amazing start by Kutztown University. As the clock winds down, the Kutztown Golden Bears will get a win against their PSAC rival as Kutztown wins 35-10 over the Gannon Golden Knights. So to sort of wrap things up, who do you think we should...
Anyway, we're going to take a quick break, so
yes, so stay tuned. We'll be right back after this.
We'll be right back after this to recap the game.
In addition to the online home for Kutztown University Athletics, KUBears.com, there are several ways to follow the Golden Bears through social media. Find out about KU Athletics on Twitter by following @KU Golden Bears. Become a fan on Facebook by searching for and liking Kutztown University Athletics. Finally, check out how to sign up for email and mobile phone updates at KUBears.com. Stay in touch with the Kutztown Golden Bears.
And 2 touchdowns. BSN Sports is the official supplier of Kutztown team gear.
All right, so welcome back to the post-game show here on KU Radio as the Kutztown Golden Bears have defeated Gannon by the score of 35-10. And so far, an amazing game by the Kutztown Golden Bears. And ultimately, Jacob, who do you think really deserves player of the game for Kutztown?
I'd have to say, obviously, in this instance, it's quarterback Colin DeGablo for 3 rushing touchdowns on his own today, along with 98 yards rushing and countless just very well done plays. I'd like to say, I feel as though we're kind of a good luck charm. I don't want to knock on wood or anything, but 2 games and 2 blowout victories. Let's just hope that we can continue this pace throughout the rest of the season.
Well, so far we're doing really well as to hold down the fort here at Andre Reed Stadium. And Jim Clements certainly deserves a lot of credit for this entire team and the rest of his coaching staff. This team, I mean, their chemistry and everything, as we mentioned. There's a lot of freshmen here, but they just seem to know what they're doing and stepping up when their chances come around. So really good for Kutztown University Golden Bears.
Yeah.
But as for Kutztown, their next game is against Shepherd. So very interesting. Hopefully Kutztown can try to extend their record to 4-0.
Absolutely. Sadly, we will not be covering that one as it is not a home game. However, we will be there in spirit.
Yeah, but for those who want to tune in next time, our next game is in 2 weeks, October 12th against East Stroudsburg. So be sure to tune in, and coverage of that game starts at 12 o'clock here on KU Radio. So thank you for tuning in, everyone, here to KU Radio. Hopefully you enjoyed listening to us on air, me and Jacob. So for producer Emily Schlegel and for Jacob Leibowitz, I'm Noah Pegler. Have a good rest of the year Saturday as Kutztown University defeats Gannon 35-10.
You're listening to the radio voice of Kutztown University, KUR, Kutztown's presentation of Golden Bear football. Have a good day, everyone.